birth and death, both these phenomena are beyond our control. But those who accomplish high-level sadhanas like the Mrityorma Amrutangamaya sadhana can decide when, where and how to die. Death is the annihilation of life and not a fear. Death is not at all painful, it is rather like an eternal sleep. When we sleep at night, at that time we have no consciousness or sense of ourselves. That is, we don't know where we are or how we are. We have no sense of our state or of time. If some person comes near us, we won't know and he could easily stab us to death. We won't be aware that someone is attempting to murder us. This means that we daily embrace death when we sleep. Sleep is death. In the morning we are reborn and in the night we again pass away into death. Death means losing all consciousness, losing all sense of oneself, forgetting everything. But as this process lasts only for a few hours, it is called sleep. And when this process becomes eternal, it is called death. Hence, there is not much difference between death and sleep. It's been said in Markandeya Purana, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Nidra Rupena Samstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Means, sleep is like a rehearsal of death. There are some special, unique sadhanas through which we can establish control over life and death. Claiming victory over something and just controlling it are two different accomplishments. Controlling means we can choose to die when and where we wish. If we wish to live for 100 years, we can surely do so. Through these sadhanas, we can live to an age of 100, 120, 150, 200 and even 1000 years. Through these sadhanas, we can attain the totality of life. Thus, death occurs only through our desire. Even after death, we can exist as souls with all consciousness of our past knowledge and memories. We may be in any lok, Devalok, Pitrulok, Rakshaslok, Gandharvalok, but we do exist in the form of a small, invisible soul of the size of a thumb. This is why all living beings are said to be Angushta Matra, that is, only of the size of a thumb. This whole body becomes of the size of a thumb, and in such a form, millions of such souls keep wandering with only one aim, and that is to be born once again. It is not in one's hands to be born again. As I told you that there is a chaos and confusion over there, there is no control so that the souls could be reborn one by one. Whoever turns out to be stronger takes birth first. A strong person occupies any piece of land, leaving the real owner standing and staring helplessly. Similarly, the stronger but evil spirits, through wrangling and bickerings, forcibly enter any womb of their choice and are reborn, while the pure divine souls keep waiting for their chance for 2, 5, 10 or even 50 years. As they find it difficult to be reborn, hence evil people today are taking birth in large numbers. This is why immorality, violence, lies, deceit and sins have spread so much on the earth. In such a state, can we save ourselves from all these vices? It is indeed a very sorry state of affairs.